Dr. Mona Hanna-Attisha is a pediatrician at Flint's public hospital. She was the first person to scientifically prove a direct link between Flint's 2014 water switch and elevated levels of lead in the local children. Her new book is called What the Eyes Don't See, a story of crisis, resistance, and hope in an American city. She calls Flint a crime scene and says the city has PTSD from the water disaster, a disaster she says could have been prevented. Dr. Hanna-Attisha joins us at the table. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle.
This became such a personal story for you. I know that, after reading your book, you lost weight, you lost sleep, because you had been telling your young patients and their mothers it's okay to drink this tap water.
Absolutely. So kids would come into clinics, so parents would ask, is the water okay? Can I give this to my child? Can I mix my baby's formula with this water? And we were reassuring them, yes, it's okay. How could the water that comes out of your tap not be okay?
So how did you find out there was a problem?
So it happened very much by serendipity. I was at home with a high school girlfriend, drinking a glass of wine, having a barbecue. My high school girlfriend, Elin, happens to be a water expert, and she was the first person who mentioned to me that the water wasn't being treated properly, and because of that, there would be lead in the water.
Your research found that the lead levels in children's blood doubled and even tripled after this 2014 switch in the river water. How did that occur? Explain the biology behind it.
Absolutely. So the Flint water wasn't treated properly. So it was leaching lead into the drinking water, which got into the bodies of our children. And the blood lead data that we looked at was based on screening data, which is done at the ages of 1 and 2, when you worry about lead in dust and soil and paint, not lead in water.
Because it significantly retards brain development.
Yes, so lead is a known potent irreversible neurotoxin. It impacts cognition, IQ levels, behavior. We now know, based on incredible science, there is no safe level of lead exposure at all.
Yeah, and in a small part too, but so many people knew about this, Mona. That's the thing. When you raise the flag, you're called irresponsible, unfortunate researcher, causing near hysteria, splicing and dicing the numbers.
Yeah, so lots of folks knew about this crisis. There was many red flags. Just a few months after we switched this water source, General Motors, which was born in Flint, stopped using this water because it was corroding engine parts. So imagine that, corroding engine parts, what's it doing to our plumbing?
What was it like to go through that period where you're being discredited in public? In American life right now, there are a lot of people who are not speaking up or trying to speak up, and there are big forces against them. So what was it like being inside of that for you?
Yeah, so it was hard. It was traumatic. My heart rate went up. I was shaking. I just wanted to hide under the covers for a moment. But then I realized that it's my professional, my moral, my ethical obligation to speak up for these kids. I'm a pediatrician. I literally took an oath to protect children, to be their healer, to make sure that they're not only healthy today, but that they're healthy forever. So, all my research was based on numbers and statistics, but every number was a kid who I probably took care of, and that's what inspired me to speak up.
In that piece, we saw people still have concerns about the water in Flint. Should they?
Absolutely. There's a loss of trust in Flint. For so long, they were betrayed by really every government agency that was meant to protect them.
Would you drink the water there?
I, now knowing about kind of federal standards about lead and water, I don't drink unfiltered water anywhere. Our policies nationally, especially the lead and copper rule, are too weak. They have not caught up with the science of no safe level of lead.
All right, Doctor, we're going to have to end it there. Dr. Mona Hanna-Attisha, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
What the Eyes Don't See is on sale now.